Good evening, children. Today I will explain about the proton and neutron, the charge to mass ratio values, and remaining explanation part. After that, I will explain about the radioactivity. First one, proton. Yesterday I already explained about electron. Who has discovered the charge of the electron? The person was Mulliken by using oil drop experiment. And we know that the charge value of electron is minus 1.60 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs or minus 4.8 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU. Same values for proton also, but the sign is different. Sign is different means it carries positive charge. That's why the charge of the proton is plus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs or plus 4.8 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU. So this is also based on the charge of the electron only, right? So simply charge of proton is equal to plus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs or plus 4.8 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU. C means coulombs, ESU means electrostatic unit. So for example, if any examination, who has discovered the charge of the proton is given, just the answer is Mulliken, because the charge of both electron and proton are same, but signs are different. Electron sign is negative, proton sign is positive. Remember this point. Next, second one, E by M ratio. What are the other names of E by M ratio? That is charge to mass ratio, or specific charge, Now calculate the E by M value for proton. What is the charge value of proton? 1.60 into, here plus sign, 1.60 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs by, what is the mass value of proton? Mass value of proton is 1.672 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kgs. Now calculate the value by using these two values. This is equal to, this 10 to the power of minus 27 move to the numerator position, then the value changes to 10 to the power of plus 27. So 10 to the power of minus 19 into 10 to the power of plus 27 means 10 to the power of minus 19 into 10 to the power of minus 27 means these x are same, then powers must be in multiplication added. So this is plus 27. So 10 to the power of minus 19 plus 27. So this value is 10 to the power of plus 8. So this is 1.6 by 1.672 into 10 to the power of 8. Units are coulomb by kg means coulomb by kg, or write like this, coulomb per kg, right? In another, that is coulomb per kg. Okay, sir. Now, just for calculation purpose, give 110 to this one. Give 110 means multiply with 110. This is 16. 1.6 into 10 means 16 by 1.72 into 10 to the power of 7 coulomb per kg. Okay, 16 by 1.672 value is 9.579. 9.579 into 10 to the power of 7 coulomb per kg. But we know that coulomb per kg means 1 kg equal to 1000 grams. 1 kg equal to 1000 grams. So 1000 grams means that is 10 to the power of 3 C by kg nana. So C by 1 kg means 1000 means 10 cube grams. This 10 cube moved to the numerator position, then it is 10 to the power of minus 3. 10 to the power, already 10 to the power of 7 is present here. So 10 to the power of minus 3. So 10 to the power of 7 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So these two are the same, means in multiplication add the powers. 7 minus 3, that is 4. 9.579 into 10 to the power of 4 coulomb per gram. Coulomb per gram. So just remember these two values directly. These two values directly. 9.579 into 10 to the power of 7 coulomb per kg, or 9.579 into 10 to the power of 4 coulomb per gram. Okay, Nana? Right. But what about the E by M values for the different gases? Actually, for electron, this E by M value is same for all gases. The reason is electrons independent on the nature of the electrons are independent on the nature of the gas. But for protons, it is depends on the nature of the gas. It is depends on the nature of the gas. So for different gases, they have different values. Write the point now here. E by M value, write down. E by M value is different for different gases because E by M value depends upon the nature of the gas. Depends upon the nature of the gas. Right. This part is completed. But one more important and interesting point, that is, sir, what is proton, sir? What is proton? What is Sir, next point for this proton. Generally, proton means protons are present inside the nucleus. So, what about proton means that is H11. H11. It is a protium. Its name is protium or hydrogen. We know that protium or hydrogen. It is one of the isotope of hydrogen. H11, H12, H13. These three are the isotopes of hydrogen. Okay, sir. Now, in H11, inside outside the nucleus, only one electron is present. Outside the nucleus, one electron is present, and inside the nucleus, only one proton is present. Only one proton is present. So, in H11, one electron present outside the nucleus, one proton is present inside the nucleus. Right. Now, what about this one? H plus. H plus means actually one electron is present. Plus means remove that electron. Remove that electron means number of electrons in H plus is 0. But number of protons equal to 1. So in H plus it contains only one proton, no electrons, no neutrons. In this case, no neutrons also in H11, no neutrons. Okay, sir. In H plus, no electron, no neutron. Okay. Only one proton is present. That's why only one proton present in the H plus. That's why H plus is called proton. H plus is called proton. Okay, sir. Right? This is about total proton. Next one about neutron. Next one about neutron. Neutron. Sir, neutron means we know that what is the symbol of neutron? N. It is a neutral particle. It is a neutral particle. It is a neutral particle. So no charge. No charge. Neutral means no charge. Only it is having mass value only. So what about E by M value? Actually E means charge. There is no charge. So no charge means no E by M value. So E by M value is no E by M value because no charge value. Okay, this is about neutron. Neutron also completed. Next one. Next one, radioactivity. Radioactivity means it is one block. Inside the block, take any radioactive element. Take any radioactive element. Radioactive elements highly reactive elements, and their half-life is also small. Half-life means lifespan is very small. Actually, the total periodic table in each group, last element is the radioactive element. So remember this point all of you. And also after uranium, most of the elements are radioactive in nature, and most of them are man-made elements. They are present in the actinoids also. So if you take any radioactive element, okay, and that radioactive element is affected by the electric field. This is electric field. So these two wires are connected to the, for example, any battery, right? So this is cathode, negative charge. This is anode, positive charge. This side cathode, and another side is anode. Okay, Nana? Right. So now switch on. Then this radioactive element produces some radiations. Or some rays. In those, some rays are moving towards the positive terminal, and some rays are moving towards the negative terminal. So this is, some are moving towards the negative, some are moving towards the positive, but some are move straightly. Just very simple reason. So this is negative electrode. So towards the negative electrode, some rays are moving, means that rays must be positively charged. And this is positive terminal, but some rays are moving towards the positive, means that rays must be negative. And some are not moving that either positive or negative terminal sides and move straightly, means these are no charge rays or no charge particles. So these are some must be positive, means these are alpha particles, and these are beta particles, and these are gamma particles. Very important and very interesting. Alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha particles, beta particles, gamma particles, these three are radioactive radiations. Simply they are produced from the radioactive elements, right? That alpha particles carries positive charge, and beta particles carry negative charge, and gamma particles are neutral, right? So what is the definition of radioactivity? The definition is the phenomenon of the phenomenon of spontaneous emission of certain highly active radiations by radioactive substances. These are called, this phenomenon is called radioactivity. So what are those? Alpha, beta and gamma. Now, what about the charge value, mass value of these alpha, beta and gamma particles? First one, alpha particles. This is table: alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, sir. Charge value E. Sir, in fundamental particles they are there: electron, proton, neutron. We know that alpha particles are positively charged, beta particles are negatively charged. So in fundamental particles, electron, proton, neutron. In those, proton is the positively charged particles. Then comparing with proton, alpha particles charges are double. So double means that is simply 2 units. U means the charge value, double the charge value. So we know that 2 into, what is that value? Proton charge value plus 1.60 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. So multiplied with 2 16 and 32, so 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Okay, sir. What about the mass value? Mass value of alpha particle. Mass value, when comparing with proton, alpha particle's mass value is 4 times greater than proton. So 4 times means 4 into U. So simply 4 into what is the mass value of proton? 1.672 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kgs. Okay, Nana? Multiplied with 4. 4 2s are 8. 4 7s are 28. 2. 4 6s are 24 plus 2. 26. 2. 4 1s are 4 plus 2. So 6.688 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kgs. And we can convert this value into grams also, right? Next one, velocity is 1/10 speed of light. Take the speed of light, compare with the speed of light, it has a 1/10 only. Right? So the total speed of light is divided into 10 parts. In the 10 parts, take only one part. How much speed that is? That is equal to the speed of the alpha particles. It is not the highest speed particles. Next one, beta. Actually, beta particles are nothing but electrons. And alpha particles are nothing but helium nucleus. helium nucleus. So He2 4. So alpha particles are nothing but helium nucleus. After the discovery of alpha particles, and they are finally realized that these alpha particles are nothing but helium nucleus, because helium charge value or number of electrons equal to 2. So number of electrons 2 means 2 into 2 electrons charge. So 2 into U. And mass value is 4. Mass value 4 means 4 into mass of the proton. So 4 into mass of the proton. So this is the equal to the alpha particles. Now what about beta? What is the charge of the electron? The same charge value for beta particle, that is minus 1.60 into 10 to the power of minus 90 coulombs. And what is the mass of the electron? We know that 9.01 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs. Minus 31 kgs, same value. And velocity, the speed of the beta particles are nearly same as, the speed is nearly same as electron. And final conclusion is beta particles are nothing but electrons, because they are having both same charge value, same mass value, and same speed also. Last one, gamma. It is very interesting. Gamma, very interesting one. Actually, we know that electron, proton, and neutron. Actually, neutron is the neutral particle, no charge, but they have high mass compared with electron and proton. But gamma particles are also no charge. So charge value is no charge. And mass is also negligible mass. Very negligible mass. So that is the difference between neutron and gamma particles. Negligible mass. But speed is, it is interesting. Speed is equal to, the velocity is equal to speed of light. Equal to speed of light. But remember, these gamma particles are also obtained from another way. In another way, that is the electromagnetic radiations. We will discuss later. Right? We can obtain these rays from the radioactive substances. Radioactive substances. So here it is very clear: electron, proton, neutron. These three are fundamental particles. Alpha, beta, gamma. These three are obtained from the radioactive substances, and these are all very active radiations. These three are very active radiations. And comparing these two means electron carry negative charge, beta carry negative charge. These two are same. That is the final conclusion. Proton carry positive charge. Gamma, alpha particles also carry positive charge, but these two are not same. Okay, because the charge values are double for alpha particles. Mass values are 4 times for alpha particles. But these two are not same. But alpha particles are nothing but helium nucleus, because helium 224. Right. Last one, gamma. Compared with neutron and gamma, neutron is a neutral particle, no charge. Gamma is also neutral particle, no charge. But neutron having mass value, but gamma particles having very less mass, means it is a negligible mass. But the main property of gamma particles are they are moving with the speed of light. They maintain the same speed of light. So that is the use of the gamma particles. So today we are discussed about protons and neutrons, and also alpha, beta, gamma particles. Okay, sir. In the next class, in tomorrow class, not tomorrow, I think day after tomorrow class, I will explain about electromagnetic radiations. In the electromagnetic radiations, cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, UV rays, visible rays, IR rays, micro rays, radio waves. We will discuss about these are all these waves, how they are produced, and what are the properties of those radiations or waves. Okay, Nana? Thank you very much.